Hi, my name is Tomasz and you're watching Casual DIY channel. In today's video I will be unboxing and checking out the Karcher K7 Full Control Plus. If you're interested in this pressure washer, check out this video. Right then, so on top of the pressure washer itself, I've got two attachments for this tool. The first one is just a foam jet, so it's easier to wash your car, for example. So we'll be checking that out. And then the surface cleaner. So I've got a lot of pavement to clean, and I think that could potentially do a good job. And obviously the main machine itself. Right off the bat, I want to tell you I've bought this machine and all the attachments for my own money, so it's not a sponsored or affiliated video or anything like that. So with that out of the way, let's check this bad boy out. Right, so what do we get in the box? Obviously all the instructions, there's a lot of paperwork in this box. On top of it you will get this mesh for the storage area and a quick connect for your garden hose. Now you got the lance, the multi-jet 3-in-1, and of course we get the spray gun as well. And as you can see, we've got the whole machine here, and it is quite heavy, 22 kilograms, so watch your backs with it. So a couple of facts and figures with this Karcher K7 version, which at the minute is the latest version. It has got the spray gun with LCD display for controlling the level of pressure and level of detergent, but we'll get to that a bit later. The pressure this machine can work with is minimum of 20 bar and maximum of 180 bar. The flow rate of water is maxed at 600 liters per hour. And also the water temperature it can handle is up to 60 degrees Celsius. The power of this machine is 3000 watts, so it is fairly powerful and on paper should meet all the expectation in this area. Over here you've got the connection for the hose, so the attachment just screws on and you can quite easily attach your garden hose with water to it. At the back you've got some storage compartment. You just need to place the net over it and you can store any accessories you may have with this machine. Now it's time to pull through the pressure hose, just like that. And the on-off switch is located at the front of the machine, easily accessible. There is also a neat storage for your pressure gun and the lance itself. The machine also comes with a handle for easy, moving it around really. With 22 kilograms, it wouldn't be an easy task without it. The machine comes with the plug and play system that you can put your detergent straight into the machine without any hassle. Okay, so let's put the rest together. So that's our Karcher Smart Gun. It's actually quite handy because you can adjust all the settings from the gun itself rather from the machine. So let's just connect the gun to the hose. You virtually need to listen for a specific click. When you hear it, that means it's connected. There we go. It wasn't too hard at all. And now the hose is connected to the gun. How can we disconnect it? There's a button at the front over here. Press the button. What we need to do first is to actually connect the gun itself to the machine. The gun actually comes with batteries, it's battery powered. You've got a small LCD screen over here and obviously two buttons to adjust all the settings you need. But as I said, we need to connect the gun itself to the machine. So how we do that? I'm just going to plug in the machine. I'm not going to switch anything on. Obviously, we are not connected to water, so we'll leave that be. But on the gun itself, we press and hold the plus and minus signs until it starts flashing. So there you go, we are now connected. I hope you can see that. There's an indicator that the gun is connected just over here. It's a symbol of Wi-Fi, really. That's how it looks like. So the gun is now connected to the machine. And if you want to change the batteries, you got a button there, press that button, and this compartment will come open and you can change the battery. So very easy to do as well. And now we're going to connect the lands. Again, a fairly simple process. Just look how it goes. Like that. And it's hooked up. Super simple to do. Ready to use. Really nice. So the nozzle itself, it has got 3 options. In 3 ways you can actually set it up. At the top, the first one is mix. So you're going to use that, that's the weakest one. You're going to use that with conjunction with some detergents like I've got here. So we're going to use that to lay it on my pavement. Next, basically you just twist it, locks in place, you hear that click, and you've got your normal stream of water, and that's for soft objects, medium and hard, depending on how much pressure you add by the gun. And obviously the last one is the dirt blaster. So this is the hardest one, so you're going to use that for pavements like I will, or brickwork, anything like that. Again, you can set the pressure by the gun itself. So that's, you've got 3 options straight away in one lens, so that's quite handy. Okay, so let's check out the surface cleaner. What's in the box? You've got the extension lances, so you don't have to bend too much. Put them together like so. Very easy. Like that, and it's locked in place. And you've got the surface cleaner itself, and obviously instructions, and that's about it. It also has 3 options of cleaning. The first one is the surface cleaner, just over here. That's the big button here, and that's from the bottom. The next one is the rinse option. So if you press that, the water will come from the front just over here. And then you've got a corner cleaning. So when you press that, you've got another nozzle located just over here, and that will clean all the corners. Now it's time to connect the hose with water and obviously the electrics. Before we actually switch on the machine, we need to get rid of all the air that is located within the machine, in the hoses and in the gun itself. So just press on the handle and let the water flow. And now we can switch on the machine. It builds up pressure straight away within a few seconds, and as you can see, we are ready to rock and roll. It's very easy to switch between different types of setting on the lens. Same with setting the pressure on the gun. Just by pressing plus or minus, you clearly indicate what pressure you require. So we're going to start with the lowest one. That's how it looks like. And let's up it up a little bit to higher pressure, and let's see how it performs. Let's go with the full whack. Now let's change the setting to the dirt blaster, and we'll change the setting of the pressure to a little bit lower so we can see how it performs, what is the difference. So it's a reasonable force that is hitting the stone. And now let's change the setting right to more or less the maximum that we can get and see the difference. It is really powerful, I have to say, and should tackle all the dirt you've got, even the hardest bits. And now let's change the setting to the mix option. If you've got your detergent and you put it inside of the machine, it will actually spread it across your surface, and I will show you how that works in just a few moments. And now it's time for the surface cleaner. It just attaches to the gun, make all the connections solid, and off we go. Nothing special here, basically just like a vacuum cleaner, but with water. Obviously you've got different types of options. Now we've got the rinse, so any dirt that has gathered on your surface, you can rinse it off. And the third option, you got the ability to clean corners with this machine. So yeah, could be very handy when you get to an edge of your wall or anything like that. Now let's try the plug and clean system. As you can see, just place the bottle like so, and as you can see, you've got all the water coming out with the detergent straight away. Now we can change the lens to a different setting like the dirt blaster and wash off any dirt you've got. Now let's have some fun and try to clean my car. Obviously just a quick wash first before we're gonna be using the foam maker to see how that performs. It's easy to be installed on the gun itself. Obviously setting the right pressure for it, depending on how much pressure you put, how much foam will be generated. But I have to say, I think I've had level 1.5 and it works absolutely fine. Now just time to rinse off the detergent and the car is clean. Obviously the whole process of cleaning a car could be a lot more interesting than this. This is just a basic wash. Okay, so you've seen it in action, you've seen it unboxed, and now let's talk about some things I like about this machine and a few that I actually don't. First of all, let's start with the positives. There is a lot of power in this machine, that's for sure. It should tackle all the tasks you need it to. The gun itself, I think it's absolutely fantastic. Basically you've got 3 different types of nozzle in one. Just by turning it over, you get a lot of variety here and a lot of capability of dealing with different types of dirt. Then adding how much pressure you want by simply clicking 2 buttons at the top of the screen, at the top of the gun over here. It clearly indicates which level of pressure you're currently using, and also it indicates which nozzle you are currently using. And the storage solution for it, also very good. It stores in the compartment at the front, easy accessible, really good. And as mentioned before, the application of the detergent here is very smart. You just buy a bottle, insert it over here, and off you go. That's very convenient. One thing that is definitely worth mentioning, it's a fairly heavy machine and it is loud. But when you're outside, it doesn't make that much of a difference, to be absolutely honest with you. And usually you're not standing next to it as the pressure hose is fairly long. But my machine has not come with the reel for the pressure hose. Do not buy this machine without the reel. This is absolutely pants. Another thing that's worth mentioning is the power cable. It actually doesn't have its own place. So as you remember at the back, you've got some storage over there. So I have put my cable over there. But that's definitely not the best solution, it's definitely not the best place for it. So a little bit more thought there to store the power cable needs to be added. On top of it, I think the power cable is a little bit too short. It's definitely not mega short, but it could use another 2 meters at least. Another thing that is worth mentioning with this machine, it is fairly plasticky, and I'm afraid after some time, well, there will be some issues with it. This is a brand new tool and already I have broken off this plastic attachment where the pressure hose goes through. So not a very good design here, guys. One thing that I really like is the foam maker. The attachment, you don't pay a lot for it, but when cleaning your car, this is actually very handy. You can adjust how much foam you want, and obviously from the lens itself, the more pressure you give, the more foam it creates. So that's a very good attachment. How about the surface cleaner then for your patios and for your pavements and all that? It has got a decent amount of options and it seems to be built fairly good. The problem is, I don't think the pressure that this attachment gives to clean is strong enough. When I've put the maximal pressure, it basically started to fly off, which is not what you want. And I actually found it's best for medium type of dirt. So this will not tackle your heaviest dirt you've got. But all in all, it's fairly decent, but not for the hardest jobs there. However, when we are on the topic of dealing with the hardest dirt there is, when you switch the lens to the option of Dirt Blaster, I have to say it has got a lot of power. For sure, this option will tackle the heaviest dirt you've got on any surface. I found using this on my pavement more than the surface cleaner. You probably need to think of about a process rather than just using one attachment. First of all, you spread the detergent. Later on, you use the surface cleaner, and at the end, if you've got some remaining dirt that is very stubborn, you then use this bad boy to get rid of it. All in all, it's a fairly decent package over here. Depending if you can get it on offer, I would definitely recommend it. But at a full price, it could be a bit of a touch and go. There may be a better solutions for you, better pressure washers out there. To be fair, I was expecting a little bit more from this brand, and I'm very disappointed with the plastic attachments that already broke off with not putting that much pressure on it. So yes, we'll see how this will perform over time. So this is just an overview video of what you get in the package. Now, for my full review of this machine, you will have to wait a little bit, at least 6 to 12 months, when I actually spent enough time with it to see if it's causing any issues, will it work after some time, and will it still do the job as it should. Therefore, if you want to see my review of this machine, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it in the future. And if you enjoyed this video, drop me that like button down below as well. For me, today, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Take care.